Mike Tirico. Mike, what a night.
And what a scene, Lee, down here not too far from the Eiffel Tower and the finish line. People always ask, what's your favorite part of the Olympics? What's your favorite part of a track meet? The 10 seconds, that is the 100 in the women's and the men's. And we saw two of the stars on the top of the marquee coming in this week. Sha'Carri Richardson for the women last night. Noah Lyles for the men here tonight, winning and securing their spots in Paris for the Olympic Games. And we'll see more of Lyles, as the guys were talking about, with the 200 coming up next week. Noah Lyles wins the 100, equaling his personal best, 9.83, joining Benerick and Curley on the team. And then the other part of it was that disappointment of Christian Coleman. It's what we talk about at the trials. There are tears, sometimes tears of joy, sometimes tears of sadness. The Olympic track and field trials continue tomorrow at 8, 7 Central on NBC. Thanks for watching the U.S. Olympic Track and Field Trials, all part of Making Team USA, presented by Xfinity. What a weekend for our entire team. Mike Tirico, see you tomorrow night from Tracktown, USA.
Weather Watch 12, weather from where you live.
Live from Rhinelander, this is News Watch 12 Weekends, the Northwoods' best news, with Austin Carisu, meteorologist Conrad Sapinski, and Drew Chelly with sports. News from where you live starts now.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Carisu. A man was arrested by Wisconsin State Patrol last night for operating a motor vehicle while under the influence. A trooper of the Wisconsin State Patrol Wausau Post stopped a vehicle on Wisconsin Highway 111 in the town of Worcester. The trooper observed the vehicle weaving on the roadway before it came to a stop, partly blocking a lane of traffic. The operator of the vehicle showed signs of impairment, and a subsequent investigation, including standardized field sobriety testing, indicated the driver was operating a vehicle while intoxicated. 52-year-old Kevin L. Mason of Catawba was arrested for operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, and this is Mason's fourth offense. So, Conrad, we saw another day, a little bit of rain.
Yeah, we did. We actually saw some sunshine earlier today. I was out there. It was just so beautiful, right? It felt great. But then we did have those scattered showers that were passing by. And now things are calming down and clearing up. We are just looking at a few passing clouds here and there. And, of course, it is going to be a quiet night. Now, look at these temperatures back in the 80s out there, North and South Dakota earlier today, even in Nebraska. Look at that. This time of night, 85 degrees in North Platte. Omaha back at 82 degrees right now. Des Moines is at 84 at the moment. Peoria, of course, back in those mid-70s. Speaking of mid-70s all over the state earlier today. Even a couple of 80s right by Shawano. Green Bay was at 81. Wapaka at around 80 degrees. Eau Claire, same story, 81 degrees. This was earlier today. Our average is right around 77, so of course we were closer to average. Same story into southern parts of the state as well. Overnight tonight, though, we're going to continue to stay mainly clear. Temperatures near average, around 50 degrees. Austin?
Thanks, Conrad. A historic church in the small town of Argyle, Wisconsin is no more after severe weather passed through the area on Saturday. A likely tornado left a path of destruction at the site where Apple Grove Lutheran Church once stood. The church that was founded in 1893 is now in splinters, including church pews, a grand piano, and Bibles scattered across the lawn. Now the community is dealing with the aftermath, and churchgoers were expected to gather this morning amid the debris for fellowship and prayer. The National Weather Service will have crews out to assess the damage and confirm if it was a tornado. Residents of Janesville, Wisconsin, spent the day cleaning up after destructive storms tore through the area Saturday. A suspected tornado touched down on the city's south side, damaging homes and other structures. According to Janesville officials, the storms caused serious damage to buildings and infrastructure, forcing a number of road closures. There were also downed trees and power lines, leaving many in the dark. Officials say it may take up to 2 days to restore power, and thankfully there were no injuries reported. Into politics and the high-stakes debate prep ahead of next week's presidential showdown. Joe Biden cramming this weekend while Donald Trump is out on the campaign trail. And we have new details on his top contenders for vice president. NBC's Dasha Burns has the story.
As debate night approaches, a contrast in preparation. Former President Trump campaigning tonight in Philadelphia.
I think this is prepping. These people know better than anybody what they want.
And on the stump.
Nobody's going to be watching the debate on Thursday night, right? Nobody? Will anybody be watching?
Sources tell NBC News campaigning is his debate prep, along with some informal policy sessions with advisors and members of Congress, focusing on inflation and immigration. While President Biden is hunkered down at Camp David for intensive prep sessions led by former Chief of Staff Ron Klain that will include mock debates. Playing the part of Mr. Trump is former White House counsel Bob Bauer, who took on the same role back in 2020. The president looking to focus Thursday night's debate on abortion rights and what his campaign says is Trump's record of undermining democracy. Tonight, Trump saying his yet-to-be-named running mate will be at the debate and that he's made his choice but hasn't told anyone who it will be.
In my mind, yeah.
Sources tell NBC News the focus has been on 3 top contenders, each with a history of being critical of Trump. Florida Senator Marco Rubio ran against Trump in 2016.
What we are dealing with here, my friends, is a con artist. He is a con artist.
Before entering politics, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance adamantly opposed Trump.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
And North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum briefly ran against Trump for this year's nomination.
Would you ever do business with Donald Trump?
I don't think so.
Why?
I just think that it's important that you're judged by the company you keep, and You
just wouldn't do business with him?
No, I wouldn't.
All 3 VP contenders are now loyal allies of the former president. Sources say the campaign wants a candidate who won't overshadow Mr. Trump, but also someone who could be the future of the Republican Party.
And coming up, Miss Wisconsin 2024 was crowned last night. We'll tell you how many contestants competed and what she won after Weather with Conrad when we come back.
Fireworks Country has everything you need to create a 4th of July tradition under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate Independence Day and party with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn, 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
These progressive lefties are really messing up our country with all their crazy ideas.
Yeah, open borders, giving illegals cash.
How about defunding the police and going soft on criminals?
Or letting boys play in girls' sports.
Look at all their crazy spending. They're bankrupting our country, driving up the costs of everything, including our beer.
Yeah, Baldwin, Biden, and these wackadoodles need to go. I would even wish them a Wisconsin goodbye.
I'm Eric Hovde. I definitely approve these guys' message.
If you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When symptoms tried to take control, I got rapid relief and reduced fatigue with Rinvoq. Check.
When flares kept trying to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when my doctor saw damage, Rinvoq helped visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining. Check.
For both UC and Crohn's, rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And visibly reduced damage. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. What you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now, get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 1.9% APR for 36 months, plus $500 retail bonus cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Fireworks Country has everything you need to create a 4th of July tradition under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate Independence Day and party with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn, 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
Well, look at this beautiful photo I took yesterday. That sunset, absolutely beautiful. A little bit of breaks in the clouds allowed for this beautiful picture to be taken. I was, of course, out on the boat fishing, reeling in some giants. I actually bought my first muskie rod out there for today. Cannot wait to use it. But if I'm out there tomorrow, which I probably will be, a 9, a UV index at a very, very high. If you're out there as well, folks, be careful. You want to put on a hat, some sunglasses, of course, some sunscreen. Find some shade and stay hydrated. Drink some water. Of course, that is very, very important. Most of the rain is into the northeast right now with the heavy rainfall, even some thunderstorms right around New York City and Jersey. There was excessive heat warnings closer to New York City, just outside of New York City, south of that, where temperatures were back in the 90s earlier today. But now, of course, things are cooling off and starting to settle down as well. We had our share of some showers earlier today, very quick lasting. I was actually outside and there was a few rumbles of thunder as well, but just like that, things are clearing up. We're going to stay mainly clear out there for today. For tomorrow, though, tomorrow night, take a look at this around 10 p.m. That's when nothing is really showing up, just a little bit of rain, some thunderstorm action. Now look at this, just 2 to 3 hours later, a well-developed line of showers and thunderstorms stretching pretty much from northern parts of Iowa all the way up into the UP. So folks, get ready. We are looking at more potential for some severe weather out there for tomorrow, especially late tomorrow night into early Tuesday morning. That's going to be that window with some heavy rainfall possibly back in the forecast. This is for tomorrow night, right? We're looking at potentially a slight risk of some severe weather moving on in closer to 10, 11 p.m. around that midnight time frame. And then this is for Tuesday. The chances have been significantly decreasing for any severe weather here in the Northwoods. Central Wisconsin, you still have a marginal risk of severe weather all the way down south into southern parts of the state, Madison, Milwaukee, north parts of Chicago. We are looking at more of a slight risk of severe weather. Now, it's not feeling too bad outside, not feeling sticky at all, but Monday night into Tuesday morning, that's going to be that little time frame of it's just feeling very muggy outside. It's going to feel very humid. It's going to feel sticky as well. Things will start to improve Tuesday night, Wednesday into Thursday as well. Then by Friday, just a little bit higher, but still not too bad. Now, of course, temperatures were back in those mid-70s earlier. We have cooled off. Rain came by, and of course, back into the 50s right now. 57 in Tomahawk, 59 right by Merrill. Down south into Wausau, Mosinee, Stevens Point, still hovering in those mid-60s this time of night. We're going to stay warm the next couple of days, Monday into Tuesday. Those are going to be those warm days. Now, look at this. Cold front comes in. We're really cooling off by Wednesday, and then we're going to stay cool pretty much the rest of this week, right through the weekend. We're going to have well below average temperatures, so get ready for that. The winds are very calm. Things are starting to calm down right now, and just a light breeze. Things are going to be different late tomorrow night into early Tuesday morning, where some wind gusts might be around 40+ miles per hour, so it definitely will be a bit breezy. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress is showing those warm temperatures out there the next couple of days, and then we're really cooling off starting Wednesday. Austin?
Thanks, Conrad. Miss Wisconsin 2024 was crowned last night. 22-year-old Mandy Jennard from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin was crowned Miss Wisconsin 2024. 30 contestants competed representing their communities from across the state. And Jennard served as Miss Wisconsin's teen in 2018, and she is the third former Miss Wisconsin's teen to be awarded the title of Miss Wisconsin. Competing at Miss Northern Lights, Jennard receives $12,500 in scholarships, as well as other gifts and rewards, and the opportunity to compete for the title of Miss America 2025. And today, many Dairyland enthusiasts gathered in Marathon County. Today was the Marathon County June Dairy Breakfast. The event was held at Foosted Holstein's farm in Wausau. The farm has approximately 930 cows that are milked 3 times per day, and each cow weighs around 1,500 pounds. Activities included farm tours, a tractor pull competition, petting zoo, bouncy house, and of course, the dairy breakfast served by volunteers. And the Wisconsin chapter of Alzheimer's Association held a fundraiser in Rhinelander on Saturday to benefit the Walk to End Alzheimer's this fall. It also aimed to raise awareness for not just the disease itself, but also for the caregivers who often get left behind in the fight against Alzheimer's. Newswatch 12's Jake Force attended the fundraiser and has more.
There is no question, but being an Alzheimer's caregiver is one of the toughest jobs in the world. We've got to find a cure, but we also have to help caregivers.
Former Wisconsin Governor Marty Schreiber was at the Pines Event Center in Rhinelander on Saturday to speak on behalf of those with Alzheimer's and their caregivers. Schreiber, who lost his wife Elaine to Alzheimer's in 2022, said that while the disease is of course devastating for those who have it, don't forget about the loved ones who care for them.
The hardest part is to see your loved one disappear a little bit at a time. The fact that as a caregiver you try and do your best, and because the disease is regressive, every day is a new day. And no matter how hard you try, it keeps on getting worse. And so there's the feeling of guilt because you think you're not doing it right.
Schreiber noted the striking statistic that 30% of caregivers die before the patient they are caring for, while some studies have that number even higher. He added that the downward spiral caregivers often find themselves in can get very dark very fast.
You work so hard and it doesn't do any good. So then you work harder. And sometimes you maybe get involved in drinking alcohol because that's your only relief, and then you don't sleep well, and it goes on, and all of a sudden, what a shame.
Schreiber also said that caring for a loved one with Alzheimer's can lead to anger problems, often stemming from trying to beat an unbeatable condition.
We think we can beat the disease. We can't beat the disease. We argue with the disease. We try and keep the person in our own world. And because we try and keep them in our own world, they become additionally confused, mixed up, additional anxiety, additional worry.
Julie St. Pierre works for the Wisconsin chapter of the Alzheimer's Association and noted the various resources that are available to patients and caregivers throughout the Northwoods, noting that support groups are often effective in building confidence for caregivers.
The support groups are really a safe place for people to talk about the disease, what's working, what's not working, maybe shed a few tears, sometimes share a few laughs.
Schreiber says the simplest thing you can do for someone dealing with Alzheimer's is to just be there for them, like you would for someone with any other disease. He added that he wants Alzheimer's to become what he calls a chicken casserole disease.
And I say that because if I have a heart recovery at home, people will bring me chicken casserole. If I fall and I break my hip, people will bring me chicken casserole. But because people are ignorant of Alzheimer's, they don't know what to do, so they stay away.
St. Pierre encouraged all supporters of the cause to donate to the Walk to End Alzheimer's, which will be held September 21st in Rhinelander and Wausau, all part of an effort to provide resources to patients and caregivers.
I want people to understand that the Alzheimer's Association is here in the community, that we're offering local programs and services, and if there are caregivers who need support, that they reach out to us as soon as possible.
In Rhinelander, I'm Jake Force, Newswatch 12.
And with summer officially here, some good news for those looking to travel. We'll tell you what to look forward to ahead of your summer vacation.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Up to $200 back on select sets of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card. Through June 28th at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
There is no place I'd rather be on the 4th of July holiday week than on a boat.
Need a boat or need to upgrade for more space? Get to American Marine in Shawano and pick from 900 boats and pontoons in stock. There, increase your power with a Mercury motor, and you still have time to make the best memories ever. Buy a boat or Mercury motor from us and have it in the water the next day.
This 4th of July, make sure you're on the water with American Marine.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Dale, what's going on, man?
I'm remodeling, and I'm looking for a new water heater.
You know, Menards always has Richmond water heaters in stock. I'm headed that way now. You want to go?
Yep, you're driving. Why are you still wearing your fire suit?
I never take it off.
Never. Man, these stores are incredible. I love having them as a partner.
Me too.
Whether it's an emergency or just a remodel, Menards always has Richmond water heaters in stock.
Save big money at Menards.
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
Get up to $200 back on a select set of Goodyear tires at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service during the summer tire event with an online or mail-in rebate and the Goodyear credit card through June 28th. Get the best tire prices, period, at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
With summer officially here, some welcome news for Americans hoping to take a vacation. Travel is getting cheaper. NBC News business and data correspondent Brian Chung explains.
Christine Ashby's family of 6 loves taking outdoor vacations.
As long as I can keep them occupied to where they collapse into bed at the end of the day, I call that a win.
Now she's getting ready for this summer's getaway.
I'm up for pretty much anything, as long as it doesn't cost very much.
Good news. This year, it'll actually cost less.
This summer is absolutely the best summer for domestic and international travel post-pandemic. We've seen a full recovery in prices across flights, accommodations, and rental cars.
For example, domestic airfares are down 6% by an average of almost $20 compared to last year. Same with rental car prices at your destination. In Orlando, daily rate down $10 per day. Fueling that car cheaper too, with gas prices down over 12 cents nationwide. Hotel rates, meanwhile, in line with last year. Those savings helping to pay for fun that may be more expensive. Dining out, as well as concert and movie tickets, all pricier than this time last year. Ashby choosing to road trip to take advantage of those gas prices. And because of a love of the outdoors and a tight budget, choosing to camp and cook.
The restaurants, even fast food, the prices are astronomical right now.
Experts say for those still planning, avoid the peak holidays like July 4th and Labor Day, and try to travel midweek.
If you're going somewhere domestic, you'll save about $50 per ticket if you can fly on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Cooling travel prices, a welcome reprieve in a hot, hot summer. Brian Chung, NBC News.
And thousands of people made their way to Crandon this weekend for the 31st Forest County Potawatomi Brush Run. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll take a look at this year's exciting races.
Dear unbreakable spirit, you roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Northwoods Windows has been helping homeowners all over central and northern Wisconsin with replacement windows, patio entry doors, and more. We've done installations in over 10,000 homes, including cottages, churches, and businesses. Our installers are trained, experienced professionals, and we're an authorized dealer of home improvement products from some of the top manufacturers. We offer free in-home consultations, no-pressure sales, honest pricing, and a job well done. Contact Northwood Windows today and see why you should choose us.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg will host Queensryche with a special guest appearance by Slaughter. Saturday, August 10th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Guests 21 and over may redeem their ticket stub at the Rewards Club to receive $10 rewards play. Tickets are on sale now for Queensryche featuring Slaughter. Saturday, August 10th. Only at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Must be 18 years of age or older to enter.
Dear unbreakable spirit, you roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tacoma for $369 a month. Toyota. Let's go places.
People from all across the Midwest made their way to the Northwoods this weekend to enjoy some off-road racing. For over 3 decades, Crandon has hosted the Forest County Potawatomi Brush Run, which featured over 24 different races. Newswatch 12's Will Haraldson was at this year's event and has more.
The magic of Crandon is basically entertaining people and having a great time.
This weekend, thousands of people traveled to Crandon International Raceway for the 31st Forest County Potawatomi Brush Run. Despite the less than favorable conditions to start the weekend, the show continued on with over 15 different races taking place throughout Sunday. While there are many different races that happened throughout the weekend, Marty Fiolka says a unique aspect of the event is its ability to bring people all across the country to the Northwoods.
What's great about it is we have, racers coming from all over. We have several teams from California. We have teams from Georgia. We have teams coming from all over to come compete here. Everybody wants to come to Crandon. Everybody wants to come to this racetrack. So it's really a national event.
Even though it is a national event, the Northwoods does provide many skilled racers. Crandon's own Keegan Kincaid is a 3-time Crandon Cup champion. He says there is nothing like racing in your hometown.
This is awesome. Like I said, this is my hometown track, so having all these fans here and friends, pushing through the weather, whether it's raining or not, they're here, and Crandon has some of the best fans in the whole world.
Fiolka has been a part of many off-road racing events spanning over 3 decades. He says what makes the Brush Run special is its ability to bring people together.
It's wonderful to see 3rd, 4th generation families come. They got the same camp spot every year. They're surrounded by their same friends every year. This is what they love to do in the summertime.
Reporting in Crandon, Will Haraldson, Newswatch 12.
Thank you, Will. The 4th annual Jacob Scheibel Memorial Golf Outing took place today at Trout Lake Golf Club. The event was held in memory of Jacob Scheibel, a former golf instructor at the course. His family now presents a college scholarship in his memory. The Jacob Scheibel Memorial Golf Tournament took place today at Trout Lake Golf Club. Many teams participated in the scramble event to honor Jacob, who used to teach youth golf at the club. For his family, the event was another year of outstanding support.
Tremendous support all 4 years, but this year, second to none. Family, friends, businesses alike, all just the benevolence is incredible.
The event took place for the 4th and final time this weekend. In Jacob's memory, his family donates part of the proceeds in the form of a scholarship to local high school athletes, the same youth that Jacob helped develop on the golf course.
Jacob loved the game of golf, worked at Trout Lake here, and so we thought that this was a good way to generate revenue towards a scholarship fund where we could give back to the youth of the community.
Lakeland Union seniors and state golf champions Matt Haggart and Jack Rubo were the recipients of the scholarship. The pair learned the game alongside Jacob, and it is his qualities that they bring to their teams and the courses.
I mean, it's definitely a big honor in regards to some of the characteristics that we were kind of guided through as underclassmen. Just over time, we kind of obtained that leadership role, and we kind of were taught over time to be able to appreciate and to guide our youth.
For the pair, it was honoring their friends' love of the game of golf that made the event a special one to participate in.
Jacob, we knew, really loved the game of golf, was super in on it with his heart, and me and him, since I can remember, we've been out together, grinding at night, just loved the game of golf, both of us.
It was a special day on the course for the golfers and the Scheibel family as they paid tribute to their late son, brother, and beloved golfer, Jacob Scheibel. A couple of local track and field stars were competing in the U.S. Olympic trials tonight. Former Spash Panther Roisin Willis competed in the 800-meter semifinal, while Emily Fink of Three Lakes competed in the final of the hammer throw. Willis took center stage during the broadcast tonight during the running of the 800-meter. Willis was near the front of the pack in her heat early on before dropping back to finish 8th in her heat and 17th overall. Still only 19 years old, Willis will return to Stanford in the fall. For her junior year, Willis's time was just over a second away from qualifying for the final heat. Also representing the area was Emily Fink of Three Lakes. Fink competed in the finals of the hammer throw trials, where she finished in 10th place overall. Fink currently competes collegiately for Army, where she will be a senior in the fall. We'll be right back after the break.
Arby's 2 for $5 chicken wraps come in your choice of ranch, honey mustard,
barbecue, and a bonus flavor called Incredible Value. You can't taste it, but boy, is it sweet. Arby's, we have the meat.
Your home is more than just a roof, walls, and windows. It's an investment, a place where memories are made with family and friends. Overhead Solutions is here to help you with all of your roofing needs.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
If you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When symptoms tried to take control, I got rapid relief and reduced fatigue with Rinvoq. Check.
When flares kept trying to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when my doctor saw damage, Rinvoq helped visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining. Check.
For both UC and Crohn's, rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And visibly reduced damage. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
When we say it'll be on time, they expect it to be on time.
Turn shipping to your advantage.
Keep those expectations with reliable ground shipping. Thanks, Brandon.
With USPS Ground Advantage.
Arby's made chicken wraps 2 for $5 because it's impossible to pick a favorite from honey mustard, ranch, and barbecue. But don't ever forget, you are Arby's favorite. Arby's, we have the meat.
The 2024 Bear Cupboard Run is Saturday, June 29th. Half marathon, 5K run walk, and Kids Cubby Run. Please register online. Visit bearcupboardrun.org for more information.
It's a face only a mother could love. Meet Wild Thing. This furry little Pekingese is this year's winner of the year's Ugliest Dog contest. Wild Thing hails from Coos Bay, Oregon, and is finally taking home the trophy after competing 5 previous times. The $5,000 he's receiving will surely buy him a lot of treats. And he's also gets to travel to New York City for a special appearance on NBC's Today Show. The annual contest is an opportunity to raise awareness of animal rescue and adoption, particularly for those dogs who are perfectly imperfect.
What an event.
That is an interesting event for sure.
Yeah. Quite the game they played.
Yeah, I mean, we could maybe invite them for the 4 p.m. show one day. I don't know.
Maybe.
We always have dogs out here, so I don't know. I mean, just add another one, might as well. But look at this photo I took yesterday. A beautiful scene. We did have some breaks in the clouds, and with that sunset, just absolutely picture-perfect scenes earlier yesterday, though. Not today. Today we did, of course, we had some sunshine, but some showers were passing by. Now we are clearing up. Tomorrow night into early Tuesday morning, we are looking at, again, another chance for some severe weather. A slight risk here in the Northwoods, some gusty winds. Of course, some hail will be possible with some of the heavier rain. Then, overall, though, we're going to be in the clear the next couple of days. Starting Wednesday, though, cooler temperatures back in the 60s and 70s will be back.
Also, lots to look forward to this week.
Exactly.
Not tomorrow night, apparently.
No, not tomorrow night.
That's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us.
I'm going to take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, get 2 windows for the price of 1.
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Get an 11% rebate on all things outdoors at Menards. For all your outdoor storage needs, Aero Storage Products has you covered. These metal sheds come pre-cut and pre-drilled for faster assembly. This 12 by 12 classic shed is designed with a high peak for extra headroom and space to store your tall yard tools. Get it today for just $899.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It was one thing when my mom got Alzheimer's, but then we started noticing things that seemed off. She developed agitation that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Sometimes she'd fidget with her fingers, get suddenly overwhelmed, and even throw things. And that was just never her. So we asked her doctor what else we could do.
Rexulti is the only FDA-approved medication proven to reduce agitation symptoms that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Rexulti can cause serious side effects.